This afternoon from Camden Yards in Baltimore, the Red Sox can sweep the Orioles and reach 50 games over 500 for the first time in 72 years. And Chris Sale is back on the bump. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Baltimore. Red Sox trying to win every game in the series after sweeping the doubleheader yesterday. I'm Dave O'Brien along with Steve Lyons, Garen Austin joining us as well. Chris Sale has not pitched since the 27th of July because of a little inflammation in that shoulder, but the ace returns today.
Yeah, and he was awesome in his last start before he went onto the DL, but he had a little shoulder issue there. He wanted to make sure that they took care of it, and it didn't linger. And this is his last start on July 27th against Minnesota. He struck out 10 in 6 innings. He couldn't have been better. Nasty stuff. Of course, you know that slider is going to be there, but he also struck out a lot of guys using his fastball as well. You can see him set it up and then blow guys away with it. You know, in the view from the booth, you were talking about JD Martinez. You said, what else can you say about him? It's pretty much the same sentiment when you're talking about Chris Sale. There's not much else you can say when you look at numbers like that when he's first in almost every category.
Top ERA in the American League. That was the case when he went on the DL. Still is right now at 2.04. And on the topic of JD Martinez, 2 more home runs and the Red Sox win in the nightcap of the doubleheader yesterday. He's back in there today with 37 to lead the major leagues. He has been absolutely incredible. JD Martinez and the Red Sox go for 4 straight here in Baltimore in just a moment. Website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. By Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Choose Nissan today. Shop ChooseNissan.com. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Well, the Red Sox are down a couple of players today. Andrew Benintendi and Xander Bogaerts both out of the lineup. But as we toss it down to Garen Austin on the field here at Camden Yards, Garen, it does not seem to matter with this Red Sox team who's in the lineup.
No, it does not. No, B. This road trip started with a 6 a.m. arrival in Toronto, then continued with a 2:30 arrival here in Baltimore, a 4-hour game followed by a doubleheader. But despite all of that, Alex Cora has been pleased with the way this team continues to battle.
There's a lot of negotiations going on in the office. Guys coming in, but one thing about them, and like I told you guys, man, they love playing. I've been part of doubleheaders at the big league level, and you win the first one and kind of like, okay, and then the other team beats you, and that was a tough game yesterday, and they kept going after it, you know, and Then after the game, you ask, and like, no, I'm fine, I'm playing. You know, I want to play. And I'm like, cool. But it's good to give Xander an off day. It's good to stay away from Benny. We got the interleague coming up, so somebody's going to sit. I know JD is looking forward to playing in Philly, so we'll keep that bat there because JD doesn't like 2 days off. He'd rather have 1, not 2. So he'll play both games there. So somebody will have to sit. Maybe try to give Mookie a day off on Wednesday so he can have 2, and then come back on Friday. But I think we've been able to maneuver this whole weekend. And, we won the series already. We got a chance to sweep them, which is great. But the most important thing is, like, we're going to hopefully, be healthy going into the off day tomorrow and enjoy it.
The Sox are 20-5 in getaway days, and everyone, OB, is looking forward to that off day. But it won't be a happy flight tonight. It will be a happy train as they head on to Philadelphia.
Indeed, Gary, we're looking forward to that train ride. It's a quick one, about an hour from Baltimore to Philadelphia, and then an off day that everybody is really looking forward to indeed. Here's a look at the Red Sox lineup. Brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. Buyatoyota.com. Mookie Betts will lead it, hitting .351. Brock Holt is at short today with Steve Pearce, the DH. JD is in left field. Mitch Moreland at first base. Eduardo Nunez at second. Rafael Devers will man third. Sandy Leon does the catching. Jackie Bradley's in center. Taking on the right-hander Alex Cobb. He's had a dreadful year. 3-14 ERA at 5.55. He's allowed a lot of hits.
All right, let's look at the defense for the Baltimore Orioles today. Nunez at third base, that's where he's been. Beckham at short, VR at second base. Chris Davis over there first, having a dreadful season as well. In the outfield, Joey Rickard in left. The newcomer Mullins in center, and Adam Jones moves over to right. Wins will be your catcher, and Cobb the pitcher.
First pitch in there for a strike. We're underway on this Sunday afternoon. Mookie 351, 27 home runs. Rounds that one behind third, but a foul ball. A dive and a miss by Nunez. Mookie was 3 for 9 in a doubleheader and stole a base, and he has a 7-game hitting streak coming into today.
351 is it? That's usually what happens after like 2 weeks in the season, and then it goes down from there and you never see it again.
Right. 0-2. I can't tell you how many people I heard from late last night to this morning who watched both games of the doubleheader in their entirety.
Oh, yeah.
High fly, but foul out of play.
I got an email from a friend of mine out in California who says, please pick me. Please pick me. I watched both games.
Every minute, though, you think?
Yes, she does.
That's
and then
amazing.
she'll watch the Dodger game afterwards.
Wow. Fouled away. Brock Holt on deck. I am so impressed by that commitment and that passion. You shouldn't be surprised, but you have to respect it. It's incredible how many people watch the Red Sox as part of every day of their lives in the summertime. Every time the Red Sox are on, and 2 in one day. A wave and a miss, and down goes Mookie Betts. Here are the umpires. They're brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. Buyatoyota.com. Adrian Johnson has the plate. Marvin Hudson at first. Tripp Gibson at second. Hunter Wendelstedt at third.
Well, I can tell you, Dave, that is a Northeast situation. It's a Northeast passion for sports that you don't see out West, and it's even more particular with the Red Sox fans. Crazy. They love it. It's in their blood.
Well, in this season of seasons, Red Sox 84-35. And a sweep would put the Red Sox 50 games over 500 with 42 games remaining. There's a big piece in the Washington Post recently comparing the Dodgers of last year. You mentioned the Dodgers, who won 104 games. They went on to the World Series. In fact, the 7th game of the World Series. And the Red Sox of 2018. Because their records at this point in the season almost identical.
Yeah. And weird because the Dodgers last year got off to a terrible start and then just cruised.
And then hit a skid.
Yes,
and then caught fire again at the right time and went all the way to the World Series. Brock 261 with 2 home runs.
Didn't they lose 11 in a row?
They
Something
did.
like that.
Into September, they lost 11 straight games. So the crux of the article was, comparing the two teams, and will the ending be different? Little ground ball to Nunez will gobble that up and set down Brock Holt. 2 down. Steve Pearce will be next. Red Sox 42-15 at Fenway, 42-20 on the road, 42-15 against the East, 8-2 against the National League, and 2 more coming up against the National League. And the Phillies on Tuesday should be a very fun series.
Against a good team. We've seen them before for a couple games.
They split.
Red Sox are the masters of interleague play.
Pearce 313 with 5 home runs, bases empty for him.
Best interleague record of any team in baseball since its inception.
And a 1-0. JD Martinez on deck. Alex Cora made the point about the nightcap last night. Red Sox won the game 6-4. That was a very, very tough game. After taking the first game fairly routinely 5-0, Price was brilliant and he struck out 10. Red Sox got enough runs. Never felt like they had a chance to lose it. It was a different story last night. Had to kind of gut their way through it. 7 different pitchers.
A lot of pitchers, long game, 4 hours almost.
A little bit of help from Hunter Wendelstadt behind the plate too. That one's fouled back to the screen.
It's a long day for the umpires as well, wasn't it?
Oh, you're right. Split doubleheader with 3 hours in between. 1-2. High fly down the left field line. That has a chance. That's into the corner, and that ball's gone. Red Sox on top 1-0. Steve Pearce with his 6th home run of the season. Continues to pay big time dividends for the Sox.
Steve Pearce hitting about .313 for the Red Sox, .301 overall. He now has more home runs here with the Red Sox than he did when he was in Toronto. That's just a hanging breaking ball right there, and Steve Pearce loves that. Throw that up in my eyes, I'll throw it into the seats. Pretty.
1-0. Red Sox are now just 2 home runs shy of their total from last year. Speedway donating $500 to Boston Children's Hospital for every Red Sox homer through the end of August. You can use your Speedy Rewards card when you purchase 3 cooler beverages and receive 1,000 bonus points. Well, JD Martinez has done that, what Pearce just did, 9 times against Baltimore this year, including 2 more last night. And he now has a 3 home run lead over Jose Ramirez for the American League lead.
He has more home runs this year against Baltimore than any other player against any other team. And 7 homers in his last 7 games against them. Look at this, OB. That's just so pretty. Just inside the ball, stays behind the ball so well. Powers the ball into right center field. And then if you try to sneak Cookie past him inside, he says, oh no.
Unfortunately for the Orioles, they're going to have to face him again, even though this series ends today at Fenway, September 24, 25, and 26. So it's not over yet for them. When it comes to JD.
And the rest of the Red Sox.
Good big numbers against Cobb, 7 for 13 with a home run. He'll strike him out this time. Side retired, but the Red Sox get on the board on a Pearce shot, 1-0. brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. Joey Rickard leads it off. VR's at second, Jones and right, Mancini the DH. Tim Beckham at shortstop with Chris Davis at first base. Renato Nunez at third. Wins does the catching, and Mullins is the rookie center fielder. Against the Red Sox starter presented by New England Audi dealers, Chris Sale is back. 11-4 ERA, 2.04, 6-2 lifetime against the Orioles. And a line drive into left field that is going to go foul just off the chalk, off the bat of Rickard going after the very first pitch.
I think a lot of times opposing players think they have to hit that first pitch or they're not going to get anything good. That's foul by about 4 or 5 inches. Good call by the umpire down the line, and good luck for Chris Sale already.
Returning from a stay on the DL with shoulder inflammation. He tossed a 50-pitch bullpen on Thursday in Toronto. Alex Cora describing that as an aggressive pen. Sale has won his last 6 decisions since the 8th of June. And he drops that one in there for a strike. Over his last 9 starts, 6-1, a 0.75 ERA. Mile high pop, but that'll be back out of play off the bat of Rickard. VR on deck.
We mentioned he has the longest scoreless streak in the major leagues right now at 23 innings. It's pretty good. Spanning over 3 starts. When nobody scores, really hard to beat him.
1-2. And Chris said the day that the Red Sox put him on the DL with the Yankee series looming at that time, a couple of days away, he said I felt like under a different set of circumstances. I think what he meant by that was if it was a really close race, he would have been able to pitch. Fly to center, pretty well hit. Bradley back though. Jackie on the move. He'll get there. And Rickard is gone, 1 away.
Check in on the Red Sox defense, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Rafael Devers at third base. Brock Holt over at shortstop with Bogey out of the lineup. Nunez moves to second base. Moreland at first. In the outfield, J.D. Martinez out in left field, place of Benny. Bradley Jr. made the play right there on that play. And Mookie Betts in right field. Sandy Leon doing the catching for Chris Sale today.
VR at second today, 268 with 1 home run. Adam Jones will follow him. Red Sox trying to go 4 for 4 here in Baltimore. And move on to Philadelphia and then home on the 17th of August against Tampa Bay and the Cleveland Indians. Be our first look at the Indians for 4 games. And the Rem Dog never very far from Red Sox fans' hearts.
That's a great sign too.
That's a group effort.
Yes, it is.
Terrific work there. The Simmer family reunion.
Is that right? That's so nice.
Very sweet. Swing and a miss, 1-2. So Sale eyeing his first K in the book today. 1-2, and he gets it. 99 miles an hour. I would say that shoulder is feeling pretty good.
Not bad. We saw him do that against Minnesota in his last start too. Get a lot of strikeouts with his fastball. Everyone talks about how devastating that breaking pitch is, but goodness, at 99 right there on the black, can't do much with it.
Our key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire Complete Auto Service. We're always here to get you there. His last 6 starts, 5-0. You can barely see that ERA, 0.23.
Got to put my reading glasses on to find it.
Adam Jones, 284 with 12 home runs. 6 out of 25 lifetime against Sale. That's 240. 99 again. 0-2.
And get the ball and throw it. Works fast. Look, Jones has to step out of the box just to get himself some time because Sale wants to pitch.
So he's got him in the hole quickly. 2 down. And 3 down. 99 miles an hour. No question about that. I don't see how Jones could possibly have a beef. Clear strike. 1, 2, 3 they go. Top of the second, Red Sox had 1-0 on a Steve Pearce home run. Moreland will lead things off against Alex Cobb, who's allowed 145 hits in 116 innings and a batting average of .302 against. That's how he's gotten to 3-14. Facing Mitch Moreland first, and then Eduardo Nunez and Rafael Devers.
It's kind of a slow burn when you beat Alex Cobb too. It's not like he gets blown out early. In 9 of his last 10 starts, he's gone at least 5 innings, so he kind of hangs in there, and then eventually things go south for him. 14 losses. Goodness gracious, that's a rough time.
7-5 lifetime against the Red Sox. And the comebacker off his glove. BR will pick it up and throw on again. Him off the deflection, 1 away. 1-4-3. Ace Ticket has the best seats to all Red Sox games and concerts at Fenway. The prices and service better than you can imagine. Visit aceticket.com today. Eduardo Nunez with a 4-game hitting streak, had the game-winning 2-run homer in Game 1 yesterday, and then tripled in Game 2. Alex Cora saying after Game 1, because Nunez had homered on a 3-0 pitch, he said, "I don't have a take sign on 3-0. If they like it, I have trust that they're going to make contact. They want to swing at it. That's their call. That's the lineup's call. Every individual guy." Flies that one to center field. Mullins, who has been off to an impressive start, rookie with the catch, and 2 down.
It's one of the things that Alex loves to say. We trust the player. Trust them to make the right decisions. We trust them to be professional ball players. You know, the atmosphere that he and his staff has created on this ball club right now is we treat these guys like men, and we expect them to be professional ball players that do the right thing. It's working.
Devers .243 with 16 home runs. It was interesting to hear him talk about the upcoming series with the National League opponent, the Phillies. Of course, there'll be no designated hitter. And he said there's a lot of negotiating being done. He said guys coming in the office and negotiating because they want to play in that series.
Right. Well, yeah, and it's negotiating in the right way. They all want to play. You don't have any guys on this team that are begging out of the lineup. They're trying to get in it. Said he'd probably give Mookie a day off on Wednesday.
JD Martinez is going to be in there
both days.
And that place is a bandbox in Philly. 1-2.
Brian Johnson most likely will pitch Wednesday if he's not needed before then. He's in the bullpen.
Sox saw their 2 aces in Boston. Neither one of those guys are going to pitch in this upcoming series for the Phillies. 2-2 on Rafael. He pokes that one toward left center field. On the move, Rickert, and he'll run it down in the alley. Red Sox will go rather quietly in this inning. 1-2-3.
Is back, and it's coming to all the New England states from August 17th through the 26th. Bring the family to get exclusive merchandise at the 47 retail truck and mingle with current Bruin players and staff as well, and NESN personalities at each location. To learn more, visit bostonbruins.com/fanfesttour.
Ground ball by Mancini, hoovered up by Devers, on target with the throw and a fast out. Mancini, who had been kind of tough on Sale. 400 hitter against him until that ground out, one away. So he has set down the first 4 men. He's touched 99 miles an hour. He struck out 2. None of that success is news to this man, Tim Beckham, who's never had a hit off a Sale. He's 0 for 13. Red Sox ahead 1-0.
If you're a guy like Beckham who never had a hit off of Sale, you probably just go up there and swing for the trees, considering lately his power numbers are up. Hit a home run in 3 of his last 5 games, so go up there hacking.
They're trying to slow him down. Jones did in the first inning. He stepped out before the 0-2 pitch, and Sale just drilled one in there at 99 to strike him out.
All you do when you try to mess with Chris Sale is just intensify his concentration. You want to step out on him, he'll wait. He likes to move quickly, but he'll wait, and then he'll devastate you with one of his pitches.
Well, right off the bat, he's had a great looking fastball. 0-2, and a breaking ball to sit him down.
Step out again. That worked.
He has fanned 3 of the first 5.
This is nasty for him. Breaking ball right there. Maybe wanted that a little further in and kind of went backdoor, but it's the same effect.
Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, and life insurance. Chris Davis hitting just 160 with 14 home runs. Did you see the throw last night from the A's rookie Ramon Laureano?
Fantastic. Running away from the play, set his feet, and threw it about, well, how many feet?
321 feet for a double play in their win over the Angels. Unbelievable.
And on the button, too.
Yep.
The first baseman was standing there decoying, basically, and then just caught the ball like he put it in his back pocket.
It's really the throw of the year. Oakland now 3.5 back of Houston and in second place in the AL West. The Astros suddenly can't win at home. Lost like 7 or 8 in a row at home. In there for a strike. Three and 1 on Davis. Red Sox had 1-0.
Seeing highlights like that throw from the outfield for the double play is a lot of fun, because sometimes you get so wrapped up in just what the Red Sox are doing and you see how well they're playing. Sometimes you have to pick your nose up from the paper and say, hey, you know, there are some other good players out there that are doing some great things in the game.
Well, there are plenty of them. 3-2 as Sale works. Davis has had almost as much trouble in his career against Sale as Beckham has. He's just 2 for 20 off the lefty.
You know, one of the things that you have to respect about Davis is, even in a horrendous season, he's in the lineup. He goes out there. He faces Chris Sale, and trying to help his team win, even though he's struggling mightily.
Payoff pitch. Got him with the breaking ball. That filthy slider. He strikes out 2 more, and he has 4 in the first 2 innings. Championship game number 120 that year. The Red Sox would lose to Kansas City. Big game. James Shields limited the Sox to 3 runs over 7. Alex Gordon sparking the offense with his 13th home run. Here the Red Sox lead Baltimore 1-0. Top of the 3rd inning. Sandy Leon to lead it, followed by Jackie Bradley and Mookie Betts. It's funny watching Chris Sale there a moment ago. When he got the 3rd out, striking out Davis, he had turned his back. I think he didn't realize there were 3 outs on the strikeout. And the Red Sox were starting to come off the diamond.
But he wasn't.
and he was not ready to come off yet.
He's having so much fun out there. He wanted to just keep facing guys and striking them out.
He's been out a little while. 1-1 and a soft ground ball to VR. One away.
You know, sometimes he gets out so quickly he forgets how many there are. Strikes out. He's going to go back and pitch again, but the rest of the team's coming off. He was laughing about it too.
So one away for Jackie Bradley, 215 with 11 home runs. Jackie with a pair of home runs in game 1 of the Twin Bill yesterday. He's had a good series. High fly ball right center field, carrying back. Mullins on the run, heading for the track. He reaches up and makes the play. Had a long way to go to haul that in. 2 out.
One of the reasons why you see a lot of home run balls hit in this park is because the dimensions are fairly small and the ball carries very well. You watch this ball that Jackie hits, gets the good part of the bat on it, but Jackie's thinking, I know this isn't out of the ballpark, but it sails and sails and sails, gets all the way up against the wall before the catch is made.
Mookie Betts struck out first inning. He's done well against Cobb, 9 for 24, 2 home runs. That's .375. Alex Cora will be joining us from the dugout in between innings for a couple of questions. Mookie came into play today leading the American League batting race by 19 points over his teammate J.D. Martinez. And leading the majors in daytime batting average, .358. That's 3 points higher than Andrew Benintendi, who's out of the lineup today. So is Xander Bogaerts, and we will ask the manager about both of those guys in the upcoming series against the Phillies. Is sitting with the right guy. Here's the 2-2.
Ooh. Let's see what Cobb tries to do here. He struck JD out with a changeup in this situation. Mookie rarely gets fooled by changeups. See if he tries to do that same thing.
Hard hit, smacked to third, but Nunez right at him. Will throw on to get him. That's all. The Red Sox 1-2-3 here in the third inning. Time now for a look at the road ahead, presented by People's United Bank. It is on to face the National League Phillies after a nice day off on Monday. Another one coming up on Thursday. Red Sox begin that homestand against Tampa Bay and 4 against the Cleveland Indians. First look at Terry Francona's team coming to Fenway Park. Alex Cora kind enough to join us from the dugout. Alex, thanks for being with us. You're talking about guys coming in to negotiate with this upcoming series against the Phillies. Who's your toughest negotiator when he gets in the office with you?
Benny is the toughest one. Mookie is the easiest one. So we'll see what we do in Philly.
Yeah, Philly coming up, of course, those 2 games. I want to ask you about Ian Kinsler because, you know, a lot of folks were expecting him to be back a little sooner. Are you at all concerned about that hamstring?
No, I'm not concerned. I think he's getting better. But as you know, the running game is a big part of what he brings on a daily basis. So we got to be patient. And when he's 100%, he'll be back, and he'll be back to contributing.
Alex, thanks. We'll see you on the train.
Thank you, guys.
Taking the train from Baltimore to Philadelphia. Mookie Betts, as hard as he plays, you know, when you say, hey, look, we're going to give you a day, I can see, well, you know, not a big fight necessarily on that because he plays so much.
He's in there every day, you know, when you occasionally give him a day off. He's smart about it. Like he said, he's probably going to give Mookie Wednesday off, which will give him 2 days because of the off day Thursday. It's kind of the way they do things a lot now. Give a guy a day off before a scheduled day off, and then you don't lose any.
But JD Martinez only wants 1 day. He doesn't like 2 days.
A lot of players don't like 2 days because they feel like they've been away from the game too long by then.
Get out of sync with that swing of his. Red Sox have a 1-0 advantage here. It'll be Nunez, Wins, and Mullins, the bottom third of the order against Sale, who looks like Chris Sale. Right back at it again. Space 6. He has whiffed 4. A lot of people thinking that was a very well-timed break for him to step out of the rotation at this point in the season, because of that tendency to wear down in the second half. He looks fresh today.
100 mile an hour fresh.
Orioles are really trying to slow him up, break up his tempo. The 0-1 quickly has Nunez in the hole. "65 innings without a home run. Longest streak of his career. Austin Wins on deck. And a 1-2. Line shot and a base hit to left. So they have their first base runner leading off the 3rd inning.
Well, come and see the Paw Sox take on the Durham Bulls Sunday, August 19th. The first 5,000 fans that arrive at McCoy Stadium will receive a collector's edition Paw Sox baseball card set, sponsored by Nesson and Dunkin' Donuts. Go to pawsox.com to buy tickets and get more information.
Leadoff man aboard. Austin Wins hitting .283 with 3 home runs. Young catcher. Another one of the guys that Buck Showalter and the Orioles are trying to get in a lineup on a regular basis and see what they have for next year. I don't know who's going to be managing the Orioles next year. Wins getting a chance to play. Mullins as well. VR in there among others.
Austin Wins has a 6-game hitting streak too, and that's tough to do, being the backup catcher in and out of the lineup. Alex Cora was funny. He was upset with himself that he pinch hit Benny last night because Benny was on a 10-game hitting streak, and he was like, I don't know what I was thinking. Benny went up there and struck out, ruined the streak. He's got to start over now.
(1-1) to Wins. I think it's one of the things that has impressed people and kind of endeared Alex Cora as a first-year manager to Red Sox Nation, and frankly some of the guys and women who write about the Red Sox, that he will admit when he makes a mistake once in a while. If he feels he has, he's very open about it.
Well, he said you got to be transparent and honest, and he's done that for the most part this season. Expects his players to be the same way.
Remember early in the season, after JD Martinez had hit a home run, put the Red Sox in front, he wanted to get him out of the outfield, but forgot. Just totally forgot. He said, I got so excited about the home run, I forgot to, put Benintendi back out there defensively, or wherever he was going to put out there. That caught people off guard a little bit, that he was willing to be that honest.
In last night's game, a lot of people were speculating that after Benny did pinch hit, he would go into left field and play the rest of the game. But he said, look, the game, he said, with the way our bullpen's been, they're tired out there, they're beat up. It was still a semi-close game. I didn't want to take JD out of there because I may still need his bat. He says a lot of times it depends on where we are in the order. If JD's not going to come up again, then I'll get him off his feet and I'll get defense out there.
Sale's gone to 3-2 on Wins, and he will strike him out. Caught him looking on the breaking ball. Let's go down to Guerin.
OB, with Christian Vasquez and Blake Swihart on the DL, the team has been very dependent on Sandy Leon. Now, pitchers love throwing to him, and Alex Cora said that he's done a great job of handling the additional workload. He actually wanted to play Friday and the second game yesterday. Now, Alex Cora has raved about his baseball instinct and called his play in Toronto the other night the play of the season. But guys, Leon told me that he didn't start catching until he was 16. He was actually an infielder, wanted to play professional ball, but they told him he was too slow. He was going to catch. But right after that, he signed a professional contract, played for the Nationals, and he's been with the Red Sox for 4 years.
And it's a deal that Mike Rizzo, the general manager of the Nationals, admitted he wished he never made. He wished he had never traded Sandy Leon.
What a great opportunity for Sandy when he came over to this organization. It was sort of a throwaway trade when it happened, and look what happened to Sandy Leon. His career has blossomed.
Mullins, the hitter, off to a quick start, hitting .444 in his first handful of major league games.
Dave Mullins hitting ninth right now, but don't you see him projected as a leadoff hitter for this Oriole franchise moving forward?
Oh, sure.
Maybe protecting him, give him one less at bat against Sale, hitting him ninth.
That'd be a good thing. Yeah.
Bring him along slowly.
1 out, 1 on. That'll pick up the edge of the plate. He is dotting that slider.
If you're a guy like Mullins and playing your very first major league series, you're facing the Red Sox pitching staff. It should get easier from here on out.
Sale came in number 2 in the American League in strikeouts. He had been number 1 before going on the DL. Mullins can't catch up, 99 miles an hour, and he fans back-to-back strikeouts. That is 6 already for the left-hander.
This might tail off of the plate, but Mullins can't afford to wait around to see if it's going to be a strike or not. He's got to try to hit it. A little bit of an emergency swing there to try.
Rickard will be next. So one more and he will tie Trevor Bauer for the American League lead. Bauer was struck on the ankle by a line drive his last start, and he had to leave the game. Initially, the Indians thought that he would be fine. Precautionary X-ray. He's having a great year too. Certainly a Cy Young candidate. Rickard 0 for 1. He's fly to center. Bright sunshine now here in Baltimore. We haven't said that a lot lately here. Oh and 2. Sox 28-9 in the finale of a series. That's 760 baseball. After a while, some of the numbers, I realize they just become a blur, but they do paint the picture
of greatness
of an extraordinary season. Turning into a beautiful day here. Sale trying to strike out 3 in a row. And a 1-2. Got a piece of it. 100 miles an hour on the radar gun with that fastball.
You know, ever since he changed his delivery, he added an extra 4 or 5 miles of velo to that fastball. This season, his average fastball is 95. Today, 97. That's the average. Go ahead, try to hit it.
An average fastball at 97.
That's getting it up there.
2 down, 1-2. He put him away. 97 miles an hour. There's the average.
That was
heater.
just his average fastball that he got him with.
He fans 3 in a row.
Red Sox, the Ultimate Red Sox Show has you covered as we bring you all the must-see moments from the past week. Don't miss the Ultimate Red Sox Show today at 5:30, presented by Sam Adams, the official beer of the Boston Red Sox.
Top four, Red Sox in the lead 1-0. Steve Pearce with a blast in the first. Brock Holt 0 for 1. And our pals Mark Burke, Nora Beaton, and Jan Zagorski among those who watched the entirety of both games of the doubleheader yesterday.
Ooh, they have something special coming. I wanted to clarify something too, Dave. When I was talking about Alex Cora kicking himself for pinch hitting Benny because he messed up his 10-game hitting streak, that was kind of tongue-in-cheek. He understands that Benny doesn't give two rips about his 10-game hitting streak. He's going to start another one when he gets back in there, and if Alex needs a guy to hit, he's going to run him in there to hit if it's important to win games.
Pearce on deck and a base hit wrapped into right field, so Brock Holt is on to start the 4th inning. In a ballpark he really swings it well. In time now for our high strength steel play, brought to you by New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado.
Steve Pearce just getting into one. He loves hanging breaking balls, doesn't he? You throw it up in his face, he'll hit it.
His 6th home run. Been on a home run tear lately.
More home runs in a Red Sox uniform.
Since joining the Sox, hitting .409. Runner on at first base and nobody out. Yankees have a 1-0 lead on Texas. They're in the 3rd inning. Sox up by 9.5 games over the Yankees.
It's kind of been a number that it's been hovering around 9.5, 8.5, 9, 9.5. It's nice if it just stays there.
Pearce with 4 home runs and 8 RBI in 3 games against the Yankees in the last series. Rockets that one foul.
Look out down there.
He's also played an exceptionally good first base. When he's been in there, there really hasn't been a fall off from Mitch Moreland. That's saying something. Moreland's a Gold Glover. And Pearce has made a couple of really terrific plays. Made one yesterday holding the bag on a throw up the line. Was able to keep a toe barely on the base to get the out.
That was the really flashy great play that he made, but he also made another one on a Devers throw. That was a short hop that was off the bag as well. Saved Rafael Devers 2 errors on plays in 1 game. So, you know, Devers is happy about him. And Rafi's defense at third is rapidly improving. So much better lately.
3-1. And popped up. Racing in Davis. Wins trying to cover. And Wins will reach for it and make the play. Brock Holt staying put at first base, 1 away.
Wins chasing that ball. He knows that it's going to spin back to him a little bit. So you see him kind of get to the wall and then plant himself knowing that it's going to come back. Stevie Pearce not happy about the result of that play. Wins did a nice job to corral it.
JD Martinez to climb in, struck out 1st inning. A little blooper down the line that is going to drop in fair. Brock Holt heading into 3rd, picked up by Jones. He has some trouble with it. Fabulous is going to wave in the run. Here's the throw home. He dives. He's safe. Red Sox ahead 2-0. Just a little blooper down the line, and Martinez winds up at 2nd base with it.
Martinez took a home run swing and got jammed, and the ball just kind of duck snorted over there into right field and bounced in for another double. And then a great job by Carlos Fabulous at 3rd base. He's doing such an outstanding job coaching 3rd. There's the little misplay. Fabulous is all over it. He keeps sending Holt, and Brock slides in just ahead.
So it is a double, but no RBI. The error allowing Brock Holt to score to put the Sox in front 2-0. But Moreland with an RBI opportunity. He is 0 for 1. He hit the ball up the middle off the pitcher. But he was thrown out at first base, his first at bat. One man gone, a run home.
I was talking to Carlos Fabulous about coaching third base there, and he said it's mostly about knowing who his players are. When a guy comes around third, I need to know if that guy really wants to score, or if I know in the guy's personality he's like, maybe hold me up here. He says we have a ton of guys on this team that are begging me to keep sending them. Makes it easier for you to coach.
High pop foul off third base. Nunez heading over, and we'll watch that sail into the seats. Sun could be an issue here for the next few innings.
Sure. Sunny Sundays. Better have your shades on.
So 2-1 on Mitch Moreland, 14 home runs. He's at first base today with Pearce the DH. And a comebacker. Cobb looks the runner back and gets the out at first base. 2 gone.
Tuesday at 6 o'clock, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. Adam, Jim, and Lenny will preview the series against the Philadelphia Phillies.
Phillies looking like a postseason team. Right now they have a 1-game lead in the NL East over Atlanta. Red Sox not only going to Philadelphia, but later on this season heading to Atlanta as well in their brand new ballpark. That'll be the first week of September. 3rd, 4th, and 5th of September, the Red Sox will take on the Braves in Atlanta. Nunez 0 for 1. He's fly to center.
You look up some of the numbers on Nunez and you can be surprised that over the last 2 seasons, since the beginning of last year, Nunez is a .337 hitter with runners in scoring position. This is some pretty fantastic numbers when you're in the clutch. Got a chance right here.
A lot of big hits after the trade for the Red Sox last year. A lot of them. Devers on deck. JD Martinez at second, a run home to make it 2-0. Red Sox taking on a right-hander, Alex Cobb, who had spent his entire 11-season career with the Tampa Bay Rays. And these two are having a lot of trouble getting together. Wins is going to jog on out. There is a runner at second. Alex Cora before the game saying he's just taking care of some players with Andrew Benintendi out of the lineup today. Felt he was a little heavy-legged because of the time on the turf in Toronto. Pretty punishing turf there. Xander Bogaerts jamming his left pinky, sliding into third base yesterday. X-rays were negative. Alex said he could play. Want to give him a couple of days.
We need Bogey to stay away from those hand injuries. Pinkies, wrists, getting hit by pitches.
To the shortstop. Beckham across, and we'll get him at first base. That'll retire the side. Red Sox will add one more run, and now on top 2-0.
this year, August 20th through the 22nd, with this special ticket offer. You can take the whole family to Fenway and get free parking at the Prudential Center Garage, a free Boston Duck Tour shuttle ride to and from Fenway, a free hot dog, and a free fountain soda drink with every ticket. Now, this course is courtesy of Aramark. For more info, visit redsox.com/familypack.
Chris Sale is not allowed a run in 26 consecutive innings. And he has piled up 7 strikeouts here in the early going in the first 3 today. Foul tipped into the mitt on BR, and the count 0-2. Longest active streak in the majors. Also has the lowest batting average against in the big leagues, 179. BR struck out first time up. 1-2. He will not chase it. Alex Cora said they don't want to go much more than 85 to 90 pitches with Chris today.
47 so far. Easy going.
Cut on and missed. Foul tip to the mid at 98 miles an hour for number 8. Let's get down to Garrett.
Thanks, Obi. Well, the Mamie Johnson Little League team is the first predominantly African-American Little League team in D.C. to make it to the Mid-Atlantic Regionals. Now, a reporter was doing a story on them and put out a tweet that they needed help raising the $10,000 that it would take to get to the tournament. Well, when Adam Jones saw the tweet, guys, he reached out and said, "How can I help?" Jones donated $8,500 to the team, and then he invited them here today to enjoy the game, and they got to meet him before the game. Now, I talked to a couple of kids, and they said when he found out that he was donating the money, they thought it was awesome, and they said the experience here today has been incredible, guys.
Holt on the charge will set down Adam Jones. 2 up and 2 down. Great story there, Garrett. Thank you very much. Adam Jones now 0 for 2 as he grounds to the shortstop. Very deeply involved in this community, and every year he wins their Heart and Hustle Award practically for the organization. So 2 away Mancini. He has grounded out to third, 0 for 1.
Was one of the bigger reasons why he didn't want to leave this ball club and go to Philly.
We talked about that, and a very large reason was, aside from the obvious, that he's very comfortable in this community. He felt like because of his status as a longtime veteran, he has the right to reject a trade anywhere, and he said a lot of guys sacrificed way before I ever got here for the right to do that. So I'm going to take advantage of that.
Talking, of course, about the 10-5 rights. 10 years in the big leagues, 5 years with the same team. You have a right to veto any deal made.
I get the other side of that argument. They're like, well, what do you mean? You're buried here. Why not go someplace and win?
Yeah, I think people on the outside looking in would question your desire to win if you don't want to go play for a winner, but I think it goes a little deeper than that.
3-1 in there for a called strike. It's a tough call to say about somebody else. I'm going to question your desire whether you want to win or not.
It is. You don't know what's in their heart and what their life is about.
Swing and a miss. Mancini fans number 9 for Chris Sale. That rest has done him a lot of good. Top of the fifth, 2-0 Sox, and Devers leads it off here against Alex Cobb. Rafael 0 for 1. He's flying to left today. Sox got started quickly on a home run by Steve Pearce in the first inning and scored again in the fourth inning. On a double by Martinez and an error down the right field line that got Brock Holt in to score. So the Red Sox trying to win all four here after taking 2 out of 3 in Toronto at the top of the trip. I don't care who you're playing. It's a very difficult thing to sweep a doubleheader, and to sweep on the road even more so. Red Sox did that yesterday, 5-0 and 6-4.
It's like Alex Cora said. He goes, you play that first game and you win it, you feel good about yourself, and then you say, okay, now we're going to mix the lineup around. You know, the utility guys get in there, they go play the second game, and it's a much more difficult thing to go win. He said, not this team. They don't lose much when they put their other 25 guys. They're using the entire roster. VR is playing right field.
And a big swing, and he came up empty. Down goes Devers, 1 away. Tune in to NESN August 21st and 22nd for coverage of the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon presented by Arbella Insurance Foundation. Arbella Insurance Foundation, here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. Sandy Leon is grounded to second, 0 for 1 today. Win today would be 4 straight for the Red Sox overall and 10 of their last 11. Cobb has actually thrown the ball pretty well to this point. As you mentioned, lately, even though the record's horrible, he really hasn't been. He went 7 against his old team, the Tampa Bay Rays, last time out. He only gave up 5 hits. He had no decision. Sandy Leon goes down swinging, back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, that's why I was so surprised to see how deep he had gotten into a lot of these games. 9 out of 10, he went at least 5. His record in those 9 of those 10 starts was 1-6. Nasty breaking ball right there to put Sandy Leon down. Run into some bad luck out there on the mound.
By the way, when Chris Sale was activated today off the DL, Brandon Workman was sent to the minor leagues. And of course, William Cuevas, who was the 26th man, he was added for the doubleheader. He has also been sent back to the minor leagues. Pitched the 8th inning of the second game.
Ended up being a very valuable member of the team at that point, and then they sent him back out.
Jackie 0 for 1. He's fly to center. Socked the other way, but foul. Hit the ball a long way his first time up, all the way to the warning track in right center field. Mullins ran it down, made a nice running play. Jackie's had a lot of friends and family here. And a 2-2. Ground ball toward the hole, and that'll make it through for a base hit. He's on with a 2-out single. Continues to have a really nice series.
Jackie sees a little opening over there in the 3-hole. Just bounce it between the first baseman and second baseman. Put enough pace on that ground ball. It gets through for the base hit. No shift on Jackie.
Jackie, a native of Richmond, Virginia. So many of his friends and family watching here today in Baltimore. Mookie Betts is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. The next run that Mookie scores will be his 100th of the season. He will not be the only Red Sox hitter to score 100 runs this year. Andrew Benintendi's closing in, so is JD Martinez.
3 guys easily. Now, 3rd time through the lineup, this is where Alex Cobb starts to have his problems.
Full throw, but Bradley diving back in. 2 down. Cobb was signed very late in spring training as that one is hammered to 3rd. Nunez will gobble it up and go the short way to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 man left. Red Sox in front 2-0.
Season fee-free at redsox.com. All processing fees on tickets will be waived, so go to redsox.com/tickets to take advantage of this limited time offer.
You said fee-free?
Fee-free.
So that's where rehearsal
no fees.
That really pays off. You were practicing diligently during the commercial break.
Yeah, and I messed up, the 2018 season.
You file those off, you keep going. 1 strike on Beckham, who struck out his first time up. Sale has racked up 9. There's been 1 base runner. Renato Nunez with a single in the 3rd inning. That's it. In Sale's return. He's been sensational again.
He's had 2 strikeouts in every inning with the exception of 1 inning. And that inning he struck out 3. Pretty good.
So once again in the lead now, given his performance today in the American League strikeout race. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. Beckham goes down swinging.
Wow.
Put 10 in the book for Chris Sale.
The old country fastball right by you. Get it above the angle of the bat. No chance of hitting it. 99 miles an hour.
The 11th time this season he has fanned at least 10. He did the last time he pitched on the 27th of July before going on a DL. That was over 6 innings against Minnesota. He jumps in front on Davis. He whiffed him in the second inning.
And wouldn't you have thought that maybe his location might be off a little bit with the layoff? He's been pinpoint. I mean, he's always really good, but this is as good as it gets with him.
I thought there was, I guess, a slight chance he could be a tiny bit rusty.
Just a little. But no.
The answer is absolutely not.
He's thrown 61 pitches now, 44 of them for strikes.
He's had a terrific fastball. He's had a great slider.
Everything. Thrown a few changeups up there that have been effective for him too. Just a little rusty, maybe. Nope. He would say rust. That doesn't work for me. That's not part of my game.
1-2 on Davis. A wave and a miss. Well, there's 11 Ks. He gets Davis for the second time.
That is just filthy, and these are major league hitters that he's making look silly. Did the same thing to Davis last time with the slider. That pitch is unhittable, and the worry is if you don't swing at it, it's a called third strike.
He's only at 63 pitches. 11 punch outs. He's the only man to reach against him. Renato Nunez, a base hit, solid single.
Nunez took a backdoor slider and hit it solidly into left field. It's a pretty good piece of hitting on his part.
2-0.
Oh,
pulled the string on that one.
Back-to-back changeups on him.
That's unfair. 100 miles an hour. That frisbee slider, and then that. 2-2. He's trying to strike out the side.
You know how many thoughts are going through Nunez's head right now? He's like, what is he going to do with me now? He's got 2 strikes. He can get me out with any pitch he owns and in any location.
The 2-2. 1, 2, 3, they go. He struck them all out. He has 12 in the ball game. Chris Sale. My goodness. Top of the 6th inning, Brock Holt, who has singled and scored a run, will lead things off. Red Sox only have a 2-0 lead. But we're watching a master class by Chris Sale in his return to the rotation. He has struck out 12 men in 5 innings, hitting 100 miles an hour with the breaking ball and the changeup. Red Sox trying to limit his pitches today to 85 to 90. So he's hit 68 at the moment. Meanwhile, Cobb has been pretty tough. He's allowed only 4 hits. One of those a home run by Steve Pearce in the 1st inning. Brock Holt with a base hit and a run in the 4th, and that's been it. Sale with a huge grin there. The 2-1 drops in for a strike.
Mentioned it last inning, but 3rd time through the order, hitters hit .336 against Alex Cobb, so this is the time to get it going.
Brock Holt will cut and miss, and he'll be retired on strikes. Red Sox do have activity in the bullpen. Thornburg's starting to warm up.
Scout the stars of tomorrow right here on NESN as the Paw Sox host the Norfolk Tides at McCoy Stadium tomorrow night. Don't miss NESN's coverage tomorrow night at 7 on NESN.
Pearce with a home run down the left field line in the 1st inning. He's 1 for 2. Yankees still on top of Texas, 1-0 5th inning. Steve has worn the uniform of every team in the division. He admitted in Toronto that he was headed for the home clubhouse until someone turned him around the other day. We've been talking about his defense and how good he's looked at first base. He's the DH today. Made a lot of nice plays over there. He said in college at South Carolina he was an infielder. He was a 3rd baseman, but he had no idea where the throw was going. They moved him over to first base, and he did not make an error at first base as a college player. He and Jackie Bradley, both stars at South Carolina.
It's kind of hard to go through 3 seasons without making an error. That's pretty darn good. Didn't have to throw too much.
Said he had a hose, but he wasn't sure where it was going. Count goes full 3-2. Porcello, Sale, and Price all gathered around inside, and Eovaldi as well inside the dugout. (3-2) to Pearce, and he won't chase it. Checked his swing. They appeal. No swing, says the first base umpire Marvin Hudson. So that's the first man walked in the ball game. In between innings now, Cora along with Levangie and Renicky huddling.
No doubt talking about Chris Sale and how much longer they want to let him go.
I think Chris Sale by this point had probably gone up to the clubhouse, and right after this Alex Cora went up to chat with him. So we'll see with Thornburg throwing, and JD Martinez the batter, a double and a strikeout today as he fouls that one away. Red Sox ahead 2-0. He's been spectacular, but it's only 2-0.
That's right.
And he's at 68 pitches, so it's an interesting call. Pearce on at first base, and a major league home run leader in the box, and he'll rip that one down the line, hit it for the corner. Fair ball on one bounce up against the fence. Pearce to third base, pulls up there. It's another double for JD Martinez. He's 2 for 3. Second and third and one down.
He is a hitting machine. Get the ball anywhere near the strike zone where he likes it. Middle in is perfect for him. Throw a pitch like that to him, you're lucky it stays in the ballpark. Short hops the wall out there, and he hustles into second. He loves doubles.
Sends up Mitch Moreland, who's gone 0 for 2. Infield in now for the Orioles with one away. And he will take strike one. Nunez on deck. And not among Mitch's favorite opponents. He is 5 for 22 against Cobb. He does have a home run off him. So it's Pearce at third, Martinez at second, and the 0-1. This could make the Red Sox decision a whole lot easier as far as Chris Sale.
You got that. Get him a few more runs.
Moreland can punch one through here. Sox with 5 hits, and the Orioles held to just 1 against the all-star Sale. Got jammed big time. That one ran in on the knuckles. For Cobb, his 90th pitch about to be made. Born in Boston, in fact, Alex Cobb. Here's the 1-2. Checked his swing, and a swing and a miss as the third base umpire Hunter Wendelstedt. So down he goes.
Well, let's take a look at this one. I don't know if we're going to be happy about this call or not. Yeah, I think he went. Too bad. He didn't want to go. I know that.
Well, 2 down for Nunez, who's flied out and grounded out. Big home run yesterday in game 1. He chops that one to short. Beckham down to get it and flips on to retire the side. A threat, but the Red Sox cannot score. We'll see if Chris Sale's on the way back. 2-0 Boston. The day as we take it to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Here's his pitching line, brought to you by Ace Ticket. 12 strikeouts, just about unhittable. Only 1 hit, didn't walk anybody through 5, but 68 pitches. And Alex Cora was talking about before the game having him go, you know, at the most 85 to 90. He did set that as the limit, 85 to 90, but 68. Out he comes.
Figured he could have got one more inning out of him, but he was so dominant. Was it necessary? Chris Sale is sort of a maximum effort type of a pitcher. It's not like those are low stress pitches that he throws, so he did his job.
So the bullpen will have to be strong in this one. Ground ball to third. Devers with the backhand stop to get him. Wins is gone, 1 away. Tyler Thornburg in. Perfect 7th inning in Saturday's game 1. And since the 22nd of July, he has a 2.16 ERA. I think what the Red Sox are looking for, and Tyler as well, is the return of his velocity into the mid-90s.
Yeah, when I talked to him the other day, he said that's one thing, but he goes, what I really want is to put everything together at the same time. I feel like if I had my velocity, I really didn't have a good breaking ball, and vice versa.
And he has had outings where he's hit 95, 96.
Yeah.
Mullen struck out first time up. Just about everybody did against Chris Sale, who has once again taken over the American League lead in strikeouts. Joey Rickard on deck. Sale lowered his ERA under 2 today to 1.97.
Kind of hard to beat a guy that has an ERA like that.
Yankees leading 3-0 over Texas in the 5th. As the Sox lead here 2-0. We've only seen 1 walk in the ball game. Steve Pearce took that in the 6th. 3-2 coming. Breaking ball got a piece of it. Red Sox bullpen was heavily used in game 2 of the Twin Bill, with 6 men pitching out of the pen. Stroked into left center. Jackie Bradley coming on, runs it down. He gets that jump and he gets there. 2 gone. Introducing the new Dunkin' Run menu. Delicious afternoon snacks for $2, like donut fries, pretzel bites, and Steve's favorite, the ham and cheese roll-ups. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. It's a limited time offer.
Can't wait to try the donut fries, which I have no idea what they are.
Oh, you're going to love them. You are going to gobble them up.
Sound good.
Rickard has flied out and struck out today. The Orioles have only 1 hit and 1 base runner. Tyler activated off the DL on the 4th of July for his first stint with the Red Sox, after he was acquired in December of 2016 in a 5-player deal with Milwaukee. Because of that injury, missed the entire 2017 season. Here comes the 3-0. A strike. Rick Porcello will pitch game 1 of the 2-game series against the Phillies on Tuesday at 7:05. Hope you'll join us here on Nesson. 3-1. That's driven into left center field. Dropping down, Martinez and Bradley. Bradley scoops it up, going to hold him to a base hit. Rickard back in. He gave it a long thought there, but then Jackie Bradley came up with it. Just their second hit today.
Yeah, you do give it a long thought coming around first base, and then you, if you're smart, you think twice, because this arm's about ready to take you down. Look at that. Nice pick by Nunez too. He's thinking about it, and then he realizes that Jackie has the ball and says no go.
Brings up VR, who is very grateful that Chris Sale is out of the ball game. The left-hander fanned him twice. They have just their second base runner all afternoon here in the finale. Sox have won 16 of their last 18 games against the Orioles. Adam Jones on deck. Should it get that far. 2 gone. Rickard with a short lead at first, but he'll be back in on the dive. Red Sox thoroughly enjoy playing in the daytime, where they've gone 28-5, the highest winning percentage in the majors in day games. The last 24 times they've played in the daytime, they've lost just twice. Thornburg not real sharp coming out of the bullpen. And he's fallen behind 3-1. Rickard just singled. Mullins hit one right on the button. And he's going to walk him. So that'll put runners at first and second with 2 away.
Come to Fenway Park for movie night presented by Fandango on Tuesday for a 25th anniversary screening of Jurassic Park. Don't miss your chance to get your picture taken with some of the vehicles from the movie. Tickets are only $10 for adults, $5 for kids, and can be purchased at redsox.com/movie night.
Now first mound visit for Dana Levangie. Thornburg giving up a base hit and a walk. And right in front of Adam Jones, who can still be trouble. He's hit 12 home runs.
Dave, I wanted to take a quick second to give a shout out of thanks to the guys in the production truck. Goodness gracious, the amount of work. We had a 6 a.m. arrival in Toronto, 3 a.m. arrival here in Baltimore with the doubleheader yesterday. Jeff Mitchell, the director, Dan Aspen, the producer, Steve Garabedian down there, Amy Johnson, the work she puts in, Steve Taggs, who is on the third base camera tonight, also an audio genius. I mean, they had a 16-hour day. There's a good look at Taggs up there working the camera. That was a 16-hour day yesterday for them.
Did you say genius, by the way?
He's an audio genius, is Taggs.
High praise indeed. Had no idea as Adam Jones watches that one go all the way to the backstop, and the runners will advance to second and third. That was an odd one.
I wonder if that was a cross-up. Let's check it out. Nope. Wasn't a cross-up at all. Just a little lack of concentration right there. Sandy Leon was trying to frame that pitch. Sometimes you just don't quite get it into the webbing of your glove and everybody moves up.
Obviously a pass ball. So with 2 down, 2 men in scoring position all of a sudden. So big change in this one after Chris Sale departed.
And I think the point you made earlier is like Chris Sale dominated this ball game, and yet it's just a 2-0 lead. So
Thornburg falling behind another hitter. Base hit could tie it. Well, he was wailing away. He wasn't thinking about a single. He was thinking about hitting that one 500 feet.
Got him out on his front foot a little bit. Change up right here. He's out in front. If he did hit it 500 feet, it would have been way foul over there.
Two and one. He's gone to ball three. Brazier up in the pen. This has been a scuffle for Thornburg. If he walks this guy, the base is going to be loaded for one of their hotter hitters, Mancini.
3-1 counts are not the situation you want to put yourself in out there, and he's had one to everybody.
And it's inside ball four, so that's going to load him up. Cora up on the top step. Here he comes. Now you can't wait anymore for Thornburg to pull it together.
This really changes the plan that Alex Cora had for his bullpen the rest of the way out. When you bring in the guy you're supposed to get the next inning out of and you get nothing, speeds things up out there.
Well, if you're watching today, it's like you just tuned into another game in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Completely different game. You went away.
All filled up. Mancini will be the next batter in as Brazier will make an appearance and try to get out of this jam not of his making. Let's toss it down right now to Garrett Austin.
OB, Steve, we've seen some pretty spectacular catches this season, but the judge of those catches is actually first base coach Tom Goodwin. He described to me what makes a big G and what is a little G.
It started a couple years ago with the Mets. I just came out with something during spring training. And I think it was Sandy had said something. Sandy, our general manager, had said at the time, nothing bad, but it was just something that we're going to try to be a little better this year in the outfield, so we're going to have a little flair. So the big G, you put it up like this, big G. That's for like a gold glove type of play. So any type of gold glove type of play.
So a lot of the things that we're seeing Jackie and Mookie do this season.
Yes. Exactly, and
and Andrew as well.
We'll throw Benny in there a little bit, and JD, we'll give him. Usually, we give JD a big G if he just catches the ball, and that's fine. No, I'm just messing with him. So now it's not really all up to me. Most of the time they're out there doing it too. The off outfielders, or sometimes Mookie will, Jackie will dive, be a great play, and Mookie will be like, no, that's a little G. But yeah. So and then I'm either standing up here and I'll give whatever I think it is, and I'm not saying that's what it's going to stick out to be, but. Since I'm the one writing it down at the end of the year or end of the day, then it's probably going to stick with what I think. But obviously those guys get after it. They're having fun with it. And I just wanted it to be something that guys could go out there, have a little fun with it. They could give it from across the field. Hey, baby, give him a G. Brock could go out there and give a hug. And now we even have him doing it in the infield sometimes.
Guys, every time I see an outfielder make a great play, I also have to look over at Tom Goodwin so I can see how he's grading it.
Well, a lot of those, of course, are Jackie Bradley plays, no question about that. Right now, the Red Sox just trying to get out of a big-time jam. Trey Mancini will be the batter against Brazier. And this guy is very hot. He reached base safely, career high 5 times in Game 2 of the doubleheader, including a home run last night. 0 for 2 today. He's grounded to third and struck out. There's no place to put him. Ryan Brazier in a tight spot. He deals ball one.
Mancini, like a lot of these Orioles players, are having much better second halves than they did in the first half.
Brazier with a perfect 8th inning in Game 1 of the doubleheader. His 1-0 pitch. Ball 2.
Seen Brazier find himself in more and more high leverage situations. This is certainly one of them.
Now they've got Rickard, VR, and Jones on base, and the 2-0. He looks at a strike right at the knee at 95. Just 118 in his young career with the bases loaded. A 2-1 from the right-hander. 97. That popped the mitt.
Would not be surprised to see him go right back up there again. Especially if you're looking at a hitter that's willing to swing at that pitch that he can't hit.
The 2-2. Well, whether or not Brazier gets out of this jam, I'm sure it'll be a question in the post game. Chris Sale going 5 innings, no longer than that. The reasoning behind that. Absolutely lights out. Just a one-hitter, 12 Ks.
All fastballs so far from Brazier.
2-2. Good scoop by Sandy Leon, but a full count.
There's the first slider trying to get him to bite on it, and he didn't. Now he's got to throw a strike.
Rickard at third, BR at second, Jones at first. Sox up 2-0. And Brazier with the payoff pitch. Fly foul out of play. It came at him in 98. And the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
He's just getting settled into his appearance right here. Heating up that fastball. You got to figure that's what he's coming with again. That's what he features. He'll throw an occasional breaking ball up there. In his 8 pitches, he's thrown 1 slider. He's going to come at Mancini again with another fastball. It's my best pitch against your best pitch to hit. Let's see what happens.
And Sandy Leon would like to go out and chat.
What's that conversation about, Dave?
My bet is one of them had a difference of opinion on what to throw there.
Yeah, certainly he could throw a slider if he wants here, but you know what his best pitch is, and he's pretty much got to throw his best pitch in this situation.
See what they come up with on 3-2. Long at bat. Runners go, and he fouled it back. Went back to number 1. The elevated heater, but again, Mancini spoiled it. With a man at every base, Thornburg leaving a mess behind here that Brazier's trying to clean up.
I love these kind of matchups in the game of baseball when everyone in the house knows what's coming.
3-2, they take off again. And he went back to the breaking ball and struck him out. Mancini down, and they leave him loaded.
That shows some guts right there.
Getting the 7th inning underway, and the first pitch in there for a strike on Rafael Devers. Quite a performance there by Brazier, coming out with the bases loaded, and he strikes out a hot hitter in Mancini to leave him that way. Trickler on the infield, rushing in on it. VR going to be close over there, and he's going to be safe. Rafael Devers with a base hit. Did very gently, and he has an infield hit. Time now for our refreshing finish, brought to you by Coors Light.
Oh, Ryan Brazier has arrived as a big league pitcher. Just dominating right here. Here he comes out, has a little trouble throwing strikes. 2 quick balls all on fastballs, then a fastball at the bottom half of the zone. All of these 97, that one 97. Now he's 2-2. Another foul off pitch. What's he going to try? Tries a slider, but it's not a great one. So he goes back to the fastball and it's fouled off. And then another fastball and it's fouled off. Now this takes a lot of guts right here. You throw a breaking ball in that situation and you get the out.
Sandy Leon dropping down to bunt. Cobb took a look at second. He'll make the play at first base. So a sacrifice for Sandy Leon, who's one of the better bunters on the ball club. That gets Devers down to second. Red Sox playing for an additional run and a tight one here. Now that slider, had he not swung the bat, would have been a called strike.
Absolutely. And the amount of guts it took to throw that pitch, knowing what happened in front of him. Look at the reaction from Brazier. You don't see a lot of that out of him either. He's a very quiet, calm kid.
Ron Runicky congratulating him with that effort. He's really emerged as an important man in that bullpen, and it didn't take that long, but you're seeing a lot of trust from the manager and the pitching coach in situations like that to get it done. Jackie a single, a fly out. He's 1 for 2.
And we know his best pitch is his fastball, but he's got to be able to throw that slider. But to throw it in that situation after watching what he just watched with Thornburg, who couldn't get guys out and couldn't throw the ball over the plate, takes a lot of guts to throw that pitch right there.
Well, it's something that's really separating him. Sox trying to grab another run here. That'll be in for a strike. Mookie Betts on deck. Game number 120 today. So 42 left after this afternoon. That does not sound like many.
Believe me, it will feel like many, at some point, 2 weeks from now when you're really tired after a long flight.
Well, frankly, I think the season has flown by.
Time flies when you're having fun.
When you're 84-35, as the Red Sox are, as Alex Cora said earlier, you get guys coming in and negotiate to play more, not less. A swing and a miss, and Jackie Bradley down on strikes. So 2 away. Time now for a game break, brought to you by Jordan's the Furniture Store, the Boston Red Sox. Here's Adam. And thank you very much for the update. Mookie Betts has gone 0 for 3 today. So far, a quiet afternoon by his standards, certainly. But he can get noisy in a hurry. 27 home runs. Came in hitting .351.
Mookie trying to find a way to keep that 7-game hit streak alive. He's 0 for 3 so far today.
Pitch number 102 finds the strike zone. So as we mentioned earlier, Mookie with 99 runs scored. With 1 more run, he would join Ted Williams as the only Red Sox ever to record 3 100-run seasons before turning 26. Brock Holt on deck. Rafael Devers, the runner at second. And a 1-1 from Cobb.
This is kind of a microcosm of Alex Cobb's season so far. He's pitched pretty well today, but he's getting beat 2-0. And if it stays that way, he just picks up his 15th loss of the season. Goodness. He has pitched a good game.
He is a far better pitcher than the record. But it's been a dismal year for him and the Orioles, obviously. Didn't sign until March 21st. I mean, deep into spring training games. Now they're going to put Mookie Betts on, so this will be an intentional walk. And go after Brock Holt instead. Roger McDowell, pitching coach, will head on out.
Tuesday at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. Adam, Jim, and Lenny will preview Tuesday's matchup between Rick Porcello and Nick Pivetta. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Phillies, as we all found out when they came to Fenway, split with the Red Sox. Are an entertaining team. And the way they talked after they left Fenway Park gave Kapler and a lot of the young players, they were using the Red Sox as a measuring stick, and they were very happy to split. They threw their best 2 starters at Boston. That's not going to be the case in this upcoming series.
Yeah, I think when you're kind of an upstart, you have to figure where you fall in line with the teams that you know are good.
Brock Holt has gone 1 for 3 with a base hit and a run. He's got runners at first and second after the intentional pass to Mookie Betts. Low hit game. Red Sox have 6, only 2 for the Orioles. They had 1 off of Chris Sale, who was sensational through 5 innings. Left after that, 12 strikeouts. Didn't walk anybody. There's a shot to short, down for it Beckham, and on to first base. Long stretch there for Davis, but he hangs onto the bag to retire the side. So another threat for the Red Sox, but they do not add on. Still 2-0. We're going to keep it right here at Camden Yards for God Bless America in between innings. Red Sox and the Orioles finishing up the 4-game series. to you by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by the all-new Subaru Ascent. Love is now bigger than ever this summer.
Fort McHenry right there in the Baltimore area. A lot of history there. Star Spangled Banner. Francis Scott Key.
Hey, on the topic of history, just got this from Elias Sports. Chris Sale, who worked today, has an ERA of 0.20 in his last 7 starts, right? And according to Elias, that's the lowest ERA by a Red Sox pitcher over any 7-start span since ERA became an official stat in 1913.
Which basically means history.
The previous best was Babe Ruth over that span of 0.29 in 1916. Goodness gracious. Brian Johnson out of the bullpen. And this is going to affect who the Red Sox decide to start on Wednesday now, because he was on the schedule to go on Wednesday. Well, it may also come down to how much he pitches in this one.
Yeah, if he only throws an inning, that could go down as his throwing day, his side work day. You know, the side note to those numbers that you just rattled off, how unbelievable they are for Chris Sale. It also shows you what kind of great pitcher Babe Ruth was before he decided to start hitting.
Right. And when you have to go back and cite numbers from 1916,
or like before history, before they even became a number that they thought was valid, ERA.
Unreal. Beckham's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. He was number 3 and number 10 against Chris, who struck out 12 over 5 innings. His return to the rotation today. Sale still has that consecutive scoreless inning streak of now 28 innings going into his next start. There's a shot and a nice play by Brock Cole, lurching forward to snag that for out number 1.
Tonight at 10 p.m. on NESN Sports Today, we'll have a full recap of today's ball game, plus highlights and reaction from Patriots preseason. NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people.
1 out in the bottom of the 7th for Chris Davis, who has struck out twice. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Red Sox. Nothing across, just 2 hits for Baltimore. Brock halted short today. Xander Bogaerts with the day off after jamming a pinky finger, sliding into a base. Here's that play moments ago.
That was sort of an in-between play for Holt. He decided to lurch forward, as you said, and catch it in the air instead of trying to short hop it.
Brian Johnson coming in 3-3 and ERA at 4. Pitched a solid game in Toronto. Even though he was charged with 5 runs, his first 6 innings, they barely hit him. And once again, that bat goes flying out of the hands of Chris Davis as he goes down. And the bat goes flying onto the infield. Yesterday, he made a toss down the right field line almost to the tarp, which was a gold medal toss. This one would get him the bronze.
Gonna find himself some stickum for that bat. That can get very dangerous if you're a pitcher standing on the mound. Certainly not intentional, but that's the 3rd time he's gone down on nasty down and away sliders.
He is 0 for 3. Brings up Renato Nunez, who has singled and struck out today. When we get to the 8th inning, the Red Sox will have due up Pearce, Martinez, and Moreland. Orioles have an active bullpen. The starter for Baltimore, Cobb, has already gone over 100 pitches. Gibbons going in their pen right now. And a 2-1 from the lefty. Right past him. Johnson trying to zip through the 7th. Off speed, and he checked his swing.
Well, Ryan Westmoreland was one of the most talented Red Sox prospects to enter the system in decades. Don't miss the story of how this local Rhode Islander was on the road to making his dreams come true until one day everything changed. Catch Red Sox prospects, the Ryan Westmoreland story, Thursday night at 6:30 on NESN. It's presented by Cross Insurance and Sullivan Tire.
Nunez will take ball 4. The Sox, as mentioned, will have tomorrow off. They'll enjoy that in the great city of Philadelphia. But the Yankees are going to have to play. They've got a makeup game against the Mets. Important to note that the Mets will pitch DeGrom in that one, who has the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball.
Good timing for a makeup game. Not for the Yankees, but for the Red Sox.
DeGrom's been brilliant, but he only has, what, 6 wins? And there for a strike on Wins, who has whiffed and grounded out to third. Sox up 2-0. Looking to win every game here in Baltimore, all 4 of them. And a routine play for Brock Holt. He'll shovel on for the force play. One man will be left at the end of 7, still 2-0. New England Ford dealers by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. And by it's the first of its kind in a region that's no stranger to firsts. MGMSpringfield.com. Back in Baltimore. Red Sox ahead 2-0. Go to the 8th inning, so we begin to get late. Plenty of sunshine today here at Camden Yards. Great to have you with us. Dave O'Brien, Steve Lyons, and Garrett Austin. Michael Gibbons coming out of their bullpen to replace Cobb, who threw the ball very well. Right now in the short end of it, and if he does lose, it'll be for the 15th time this season. Steve Pearce got it going for the Red Sox with a home run in the first inning. They've only scored once since then. Chris Sale terrific over 5 innings, left after 68 pitches, 12 strikeouts. I'm sure that'll be talked about afterwards, but it's a guess because we have no idea the nature of the conversation of why Chris came out after Cora had said he was hoping for more like 85 to 90 pitches, but got to believe it's a matter of the Red Sox being cautious with him just off the disabled list. They do not have a more valuable pitcher. 1-2, knock foul.
Well, the bullpen has been overworked. I think we can all agree to that. And so Alex Cora would not want to go down to his bullpen any quicker than he had to. And Alex and this organization has a history of being very cautious with players that are coming back. So
1-2 to Pearce, fouled away. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
the only other option would be there that maybe Chris Sale said, look, this is my first start back. I feel pretty good. I did a good job, but maybe it's time to get me out of there right now.
In that case, all guesswork, though.
All guesswork. Yeah, who knows? We don't know why they did it.
Frazier did a fine job. We do know that. Pitching out a bases loaded jam. And a 1-2 will miss. On deck, J.D. Martinez and then Mitch Moreland here in the 8th inning. Red Sox going for another sweep. Here's the 2-2.
Steve Pearce helped this team get on the board first. Red Sox have an uncanny record when they do score first, and big breaking ball. 2 outs in the first, and he hit this ball in the left field seats for a 1-0 early lead.
Two ricochet foul off of Wins. Red Sox have swept an opponent 11 times already and have not been swept themselves. Tight one today. That was also the case last night in game 2 of the doubleheader. And this one will come down to bullpens. Pearce looking to reach to begin the 8th. Along with a home run, he's taking a walk today. Lined into left, pulled that one at Rickard. He'll make the play. One gone. Now we take a look at what is to come in the series against the Phillies. This player profile brought to you by Verizon Wireless. J.D. Martinez against the Phillies has played 11 games, 375 for an average, and 7 extra base hits. Seems to me that's like par for the course for him.
It's kind of what he does.
He has 2 doubles today. He's gone 2 for 3. And again, he's hit 9 of his home runs, 9 of his 37 against Baltimore. They are going to make sure he gets to the train station late this afternoon. Off the end of the bat, little flare from Mullins, has to come in on it to make the catch. 2 down.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings live right after this game. Adam and Jim will break down the key plays of the game, and you're going to hear from Chris Sale and Alex Cora. Who but WB Mason, celebrating over 20 years of same-day delivery.
Moreland hitless today. He's gone 0 for 3, hitting .259, 14 home runs. Base is empty. The 1-0. Red Sox with an active bullpen. Matt Barnes going. Craig Kimbrell did earn his 100th save with the Red Sox in game 2 of the doubleheader. Struck out 3 men. 34th save for Craig, which is number 2 in the American League. And he would be available again. Swing and a miss. He put him away at 96. And that'll do it for the Red Sox here in the 8th.
This
million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives and move us one step closer toward a tobacco-free generation. Learn more at cvshealth.com/be-the-first.
Well, growing late here in Baltimore. The Red Sox ahead 2-0. Mullins to lead things off. New pitcher will be Matt Barnes. Red Sox have recorded 14 strikeouts today. The season high for the Orioles is 15. So on cue is Mr. Barnes, who has 80 strikeouts in 51 innings. High chop on the infield. Moreland trying to feed the pitcher. Close play, safe. So Mullins is on with an infield single. He can motor. And the rookie with a base hit.
Anybody else hits this ball, they're going to be out. Let's see Barnes' reaction. How quickly does he get over there? He's going right away. Problem is Mullins can pick him up and put him down. Now sometimes you can fault a pitcher if he doesn't react right away, if he doesn't do his PFP drills the way he's supposed to, the way they practice it, but Barnes did everything right. He just couldn't get there in time.
Here's Joey Rickard. He's 1 for 3 with a single. That was just the third hit all day for Baltimore. And Barnes becoming the fourth reliever to work. Mullins, a guy who will probably develop into a base stealer at the big league level with his wheels.
Stole 21 at the minor league level, got caught just one time. At the major league level, he's attempted one time and got caught.
In this series. Made his major league debut a couple of nights ago and had 3 hits. 2-0. A strike at 97.
It would be risky for Mullins to be thinking about stealing a base in this situation because you're down 2 runs late.
Hammered foul. Among the many who watched both games of the doubleheader yesterday, our friend Linda Ford. Both games, great commitment. Red Sox won them both. And gained ground. Even though the Yankees won, Red Sox picked up a half a game in the standings. And now lead by 9.5. Here's the 2-2 not to be made and a dive back by Mullins.
If you win both games of a doubleheader, you should pick up some ground, don't you think?
Yankees are like, well, they went out and they won the game, but at the end of the day, they still lose in the standings. Here comes the 2-2. Little flare off the end of the bat, right at Jackie Bradley. Barely has to move. 1 away in the 8th inning.
The MLB.TV is now available at a lower price. For $49.99, watch every out-of-market regular season game, plus get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions do apply. Visit MLB.TV for your details.
Jonathan Villar has gone 0 for 2 with a walk. He took the walk in the 6th inning. They loaded up the bases at that time, but Brazier came on to relieve Thornburg, and he struck out Mancini long at bat. He put him away with a nasty slider, and they left him loaded. Easily their best scoring chance all day. One man gone. And hammered through the hole for a base hit. Mullins into second, pulls up there. First and second on the single by Villar. So it's first time in the ball game they've had 2 hits in an inning. And that'll bring up Adam Jones.
Now, if you're looking ahead and you realize that Brian Johnson did throw an inning in this ball game, I don't think that necessarily takes him out of contention for being the starter on Wednesday.
Yeah, be an interesting call there.
A lot of times when you're in that situation, if you're Brian Johnson, you don't throw your side session until after today's ball game, in case you need to be used. And then you would consider that appearance your side session, and you might be right on target to make that start.
Jones has gone 0 for 2. He's also taken a walk. That one scoots on by everyone to the backstop. The runners advance. Mullins to third and BR to second. On what'll be a wild pitch charged to Barnes.
Well, that hurts because you take yourself out of the force play contention there. That ball is just a 55-foot fastball, and that's really the toughest pitch to block for a catcher, because you never expect a fastball really to be in the dirt. If you call it breaking ball, sure. Now second and third, no double play.
Jones still a good hitter, hitting .283. And Barnes, the 5th pitcher for the Sox today. He's allowed 2 hits in the inning. Here's the 2-0. Now ball 3. Mancini is on deck and maybe about to bat with the bases loaded for the second time today.
Jones was patient enough to walk last time to load the bases. He may be in the same situation. Of course, last time there were 2 outs.
Barnes trying to battle back. Here's the 3-0. And he will walk him, and that'll load him up. So all filled up for the Orioles. Mancini getting another crack at it. Struck out with the bases all loaded up in the 6th inning.
Suddenly some very erratic performances out of that bullpen. These guys have been overworked. Starting to show a little bit.
A man at every base. Mullins, VR, and Jones now. Mancini with good power. He's hit 17 home runs. He's been doing quite a bit of that lately, hitting the ball out of the park. There's 5 in his last 14 games. He'll take a strike. Started him out with a breaking ball right at the top of the zone.
Breaking ball on the first pitch that he kind of drops at the top of the zone there for a strike.
Mancini has a home run in the series. He'll lay off 1-1. Back to the fastball. And it's become an overcast afternoon here as the day has gone along. Sun has disappeared in Baltimore. Red Sox trying to hold a slender lead, and the 1-1. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Adams-Jones was happy as heck to take that walk from Barnes, considering his numbers against Barnes. 1 for 12 with 4 strikeouts, and Barnes didn't even throw him a strike at all.
Bases jammed and 1 down for Baltimore. 2-2.
Mancini had a good look at one right there. He wanted to hit that one out of the ballpark and fouled it back. Hopefully Barnes takes advantage of that aggressiveness now on this pitch.
Two to Mancini. Fly ball in center field, pretty well hit, backing up Jackie Bradley, getting under now. He'll make the catch. Mullins will tag. Throw comes into second as the run comes in to score. That cuts the Red Sox lead in half. Mancini with his 39th RBI drives in a run. And VR also going second to third on a flyout.
Absent of a base hit in this situation, this is about as good a job as you can do if you're the Orioles. You get the run home, you get VR up to third base. 2 outs now.
Tim Beckham's gone 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. He's also lined out to short. Barnes looking to limit the damage to the 1 run. First pitch swinging, he fouls it away, strike 1. Very aggressive with that first offering. First and third, 2 away and a run in. We are in the last of the 8th inning. Red Sox last game in Baltimore this season. Oh, 1 coming. He dropped in a dandy there. 0-2.
This is a huge at bat right here. Obviously, the Red Sox want to put themselves in a position where they can bring Craig Kimbrell into the game and end the thing. If this game gets tied up, you really have some problems out there in the bullpen with the guys that are left that still can pitch have been in multiple games over the last few days.
Already 4 relievers have been employed in this one.
Kelly and Hembree have been in multiple games. The guy on their far right is the next pitcher you want to see.
0-2. They aired it out at 99, so that's exactly what Barnes was thinking. Strike this guy out, get out of the inning. That would be for the 3rd time if Beckham should fan. Chris Sale got him twice. 0 for 4 against Matt with 2 Ks. And now the 1-2. Runner at first takes off, swung on and missed. Put him away with a curveball. So they settle for the 1 run. We go to the 9th, 2-1 Red Sox. A 2-1 game. Sox up a run. Nunez in the box against Gibbons. Red Sox looking for some much needed insurance with Kimbrel now loosening in the bullpen. Craig, who came up with his 100th Red Sox save last night, getting ready to enter. The groundskeeper came out to talk with the umpires. We mentioned it has clouded up over the last inning or so. Got a little bit dark here.
It's kind of a typical afternoon in Baltimore. Clouds and humidity start to come together.
Sure is in the summertime. Punched in the air down the right field line. They'll drift foul. Nunez has flied out, grounded out, struck out today. A game summary is brought to you by Xfinity. Chris Sale was brilliant for 5 innings. Came out of the ballgame at 68 pitches in his return to the rotation off the DL. He struck out 12. That's hammered up the middle. Wicked shot for a base hit. Nunez is on to start the 9th inning.
Little insurance runs couldn't hurt anything, that's for sure. Good at bat by Nooney right there, just taking this ball right back up the middle. If there's no shift, that's a good place to hit it.
So Eduardo 1 for 4. And that all-important leadoff man on in a tight game. Devers is next. He's 1 for 3 with a base hit. Back in safely, Nunez. Red Sox have just 7 hits. Baltimore's been held to 4.
Good pitching performances by both Chris Sale, obviously, but Alex Cobb as well. Held the offenses down.
And right now, Cobb would take the loss. He went 7. $25,303 the attendance today. A massive cut by Devers. He foul tipped it. Gibbons, a hard thrower, the 0-2. And he struck him out 97 miles an hour. He'll go down hacking.
Boy, he's throwing today like we saw him when he first burst onto the scene out of the bullpen for the Baltimore Orioles. Coming in throwing 97, 98. Good run on it. Nasty breaking ball. Quality reliever.
Gets his first out in the inning to bring up Sandy Leon. Sandy 0 for 2. He's also dropped down to sacrifice bunt.
Really, if you assess Rafael Devers so far in his young career, I think the one problem he has is catching up with a really good fastball. But you could say that about a lot of guys. You know, he's a pretty complete player, a good hitter, if the guy he's facing doesn't throw 98. And then I think he has just a little tardy on those fastballs sometimes.
Craig Kimbrel getting ready. Jackie Bradley on deck. Here's the 0-1. Yankees in Texas are in the top of the 8th inning. It's 7-2 New York. Nunez with a short lead at first, not running. And again, with a win today, the Red Sox would go to 85-35. Would be the first time since 1946 there would be 50 games over 500. Also attempting to complete a 4-game sweep of Baltimore
on the road.
And it would be the 12th sweep of the year for the Red Sox. But this one's been a battle.
And it's not over.
0-2. And foul back.
You know you have to play well within your division. And this will be, if they nail this one down, 9 wins in their last 10, all in the division.
And Gibbons from the set. Here comes the 0-2 again. He wouldn't chase it. Rick Porcello will go in game 1 on Tuesday night against the Phillies. Against the right-hander Nick Pivetta. Rick will go in 14-5. Pivetta 7-9. Runner goes. Way outside. The throw down is not going to get him. So Nunez with a theft of second base. That's a big run out there for the Red Sox.
Nunez was dancing around out there trying to figure out the move of Givens. He had a big jump on the pitch before this one, but he scared himself a little bit and he stopped. This time he tried another walking lead. Givens didn't stop him and he just took off. Here's 2 pitches ago. Watch what he does. Look, he scared himself. But he said, all right, I see something now, and now he just takes right off. Good job.
2-2. Chopper but foul off the bat of Sandy Leon. You're seeing Eduardo running a lot more freely here in recent days, willing to steal a base, take the extra base.
That knee's feeling much better, isn't it?
It could be a huge steal here.
He stole that thing easily, too.
Sox looking for a bit of a cushion on this Sunday afternoon. Chris Sale is in line for the win. And a 2-2 from the righty. Popped him up. Nunez and Beckham on that side. Third baseman. They collide. Catch is made by Beckham as they fought for it. 2 down. That is a look he's had glued to his face since April. Time now for Built for Baseball, presented by T-Mobile.
What a start for Chris Sale today. Just devastating. Davis goes down swinging. You're looking at that one. Wins, couldn't pull the trigger. That's a fastball right by you. And then again, another nasty slider. High fastball. Just an amazing effort by Chris Sale.
2 out. Jackie Bradley 1 for 3 with a base hit. Red Sox 2, Baltimore 1, 9th inning. Kimbrel is ready. All loosened up in the bullpen. Jackie trying to pick up his second hit to drive in a run, and he flicks that foul.
Jackie's had 17 RBIs in his last 23 games out of that number 9 spot.
He fell a home run shy of the cycle on Friday. Yesterday was 2 for 6. Has 6 hits in this series.
Had a 2 home run game. Those are nice. He's had 3 in his career. Multi-home run games.
Well, all he should need here is a base hit to drive in Nunez.
That would be some nice insurance.
Red Sox trying to make Alex Cobb a tough luck loser today. Here's the 1-1. Line to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Here comes Nunez. He's in to score. Jackie Bradley with a clutch hit to make it 3-1. here in the 9th inning. He's 2 for 4 today.
Jackie with a lot of family in town this weekend doing the job. Just a great piece of off-field hitting. Let him pull his hands through, drag the bat head, and scorch this ball down the left field line there. They play it out there, get it in quickly. He's held to a single, but it doesn't matter. That run is the big thing. It's now 3-1.
Nunez gets a lot of credit for that stolen base.
Manufacturing runs.
Here's Mookie Betts. Big run for the Sox here in the 9th inning. 3-1 Boston. Really fine series for Jackie.
Mookie looking to extend to 8 games his hitting streak.
0 for 3 today, and he's been intentionally walked. The speed factor for the Red Sox is a giant weapon, and very few teams have it. Red Sox have a lot of guys who can run, pick up stolen bases. They run smart too, as the left-hander Scott gets going. It was really profound in the Yankee series in that sweep.
It had been a strange team earlier in the season because they were a good base stealing team, but not really a great base running team. That has improved drastically over the course of the season.
It really has.
Seeing very few mistakes on the bases now. It was a regular occurrence early on.
Line shot, base hit to right. Jones giving chase. He gets by him. He can't even reach it. Goes all the way to the wall. Another run is going to come in. Jackie Bradley churning around. Mookie Betts strikes again. That'll make it 4-1. Mookie Betts with his 63rd RBI extends the hitting streak to 8 in a row.
Watch this ball, how hard it's hit. It gets into this gap and it goes so hard through the grass that Jones can't catch up with it to make the play, and that's the reason why Bradley scored all the way from first base.
Jackie running out from underneath the helmet. Red Sox with 3 big hits here in the inning. Mookie Betts with an RBI double. 8 in a row, and only hitting .441 during it. And the Red Sox on top now 4-1. And all smiles here in Baltimore. Let's toss it down to Guerin.
Thanks, OB. Well, on Thursday night, Mookie Betts became the first player in the majors in 2018 to hit for the cycle. He talked to me about where this ranks this season for him.
That's kind of mid-tier. You know, it's something that's pretty cool, but I got to keep the eyes on the prize.
And how about Brock Holt kind of giving you a hard time because he was the last one to do it for the Red Sox?
Yeah, he said he said that was the one thing I took from him, but we can say he's the last left-handed hitter, so we'll leave it at that.
And at what point in the game did you think that you had a chance?
I think after the double was the last thing, so at that point, you know, it was the 4th inning. I knew I would get a couple more at-bats, and you know, I felt like I had a chance, but you know, I wasn't up there trying. Well, one pitch I was, but other than that, I was just making sure we won the game.
And I was going to say, what's the mindset in that last at-bat?
I mean, you know, I got into a 3-1 count, and that was the one time, you know, I really said I was actually trying to hit a homer. But then, you know, once I got to 3-2, I was just, you know, trying to get another base hit and ended up going over the wall.
Well, special individual achievement. Brock Holt said, yeah, he took that away from me too. I was the last guy to do it. He took that away from me too. Taking everything away. Mookie with an RBI double moments ago to expand this lead to 4-1. So they're going to bring on Tanner Scott. Brock Holt 1 for 4, a single and a run today. Betts at second. Red Sox striking for 2 huge runs in the inning so far. And now some wiggle room.
We looked at what Nunez did with the base hit, the stolen base, and he scored on Bradley's ball. We thought that would be the good insurance run, but anytime you have Mookie following up, there's the absolute chance of adding more runs on.
Eduardo Nunez beginning that with a base hit and the theft. 2 down. Here's the 0-1. Steve Pearce, the man who got the scoring going in the first inning with a home run, is on deck. Pitchers of record are Chris Sale and Alex Cobb today. Oh, 2.
The 2 runs here in the 9th inning, all coming with 2 outs.
One-two pitch to Brock Holt. High fly, well hit left field. Rickard backing up, still backing up with room. He will have the play to retire the side. Red Sox strike for a couple of big runs as we go to the bottom of the 9th, leading 4-1. To you by New England Audi dealers. Get behind the wheel of the Audi you've always wanted. Amica Home Life and Auto Insurance that always puts you first. And by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Red Sox put the baseball in the hand of Craig Kimbrell here as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Sox with some breathing room now on top 4-1. Bob's Discount Furniture going to bat for the Jimmy Fund again. Bob will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund for every game saved. Everybody saves at Bob's, the only choice for untouchable furniture value. Available in store or at mybobs.com. So Chris Davis 0 for 3 today. It's been a long afternoon, long year for him. He has struck out 3 times. The next strikeout would be a new season high for Baltimore. They have punched out 15 times today. Chris Sale responsible for 12 of those over 5 innings. He can win it. And he would improve to 12-4. Red Sox with some clutch at bats in the 9th. Nunez with a hit. Jackie Bradley with a hit. Mookie Betts with a big double, 2 runs. And leading 4-1.
Davis standing up there already with a hat trick, looking for a potential golden sombrero. nothing anybody ever wants.
Did you ever do that game?
Oh yeah.
Major league game?
I don't remember.
Probably best to put it out of your memory. If it happened, the 2-1.
You know how you talk about an immaculate inning? In AAA, I went 1 for 5 one time. Struck out 4 times on 12 pitches.
Wow.
And then hit a home run my fifth at bat.
Now that's a memorable day.
It was.
That's
good
an
and
unforgettable
bad.
day. Yeah. You've got a memory for a lifetime, Steve.
4 times on 12 pitches. That is hard to do.
And he's going to sit down again for the 4th time today as Kimbrel gets him for out number 1. Another strikeout for Davis.
At least it wasn't on 12 pitches for Davis, but that's 4 straight strikeouts. A little backdoor breaking ball. That's unfair when a guy like Kimbrel comes in there blowing at about 100 miles an hour and he drops a backdoor breaking ball on you.
1 out, bottom of the ninth, to bring up Nunez, who's gone 1 for 2. With one of the just 4 hits for the Orioles all day. So that is their 16th strikeout, and that's a new season high for the Orioles. That is in a 9-inning game for the Orioles. Kimbrel on to pin it down. He fires a strike. And the 1-1. If you missed the early performance of Chris Sale, 5 innings, 12 strikeouts, 1 hit. Pretty much untouchable in his return to the rotation. So great news there for the Red Sox, getting their ace back in the fold. Needed only 68 pitches. Count goes to 3-1 here on Nunez.
Yeah, if you missed that, you kind of missed the making of history when you went back to talk about his recent starts and his ERA in those starts.
Yeah, over the last 7.
Best ever.
ERA for the Red Sox of 0.20. It's a Red Sox record in there for a strike. Got to go back to the days of Babe Ruth to find a number like that in 1916. 3-2 on Nunez.
Doesn't really want to swing the bat. He's already walked twice today. Looks like he's looking for another one.
And he will take a walk. He's actually aboard for the 3rd time. Single, 2 walks for Nunez. He's been a bit of a pest.
Awfully close pitch right here. Usually a guy like Kimbrel will get the benefit of the doubt on a pitch like that.
It was borderline.
When you look at the 5 and 6 hitters in this lineup for the Orioles, you have 7 strikeouts in 8 at-bats.
That'll bring up the catcher, Austin Wynns, who is 0 for 3. We are in the bottom of the 9th. Red Sox ahead by 3 runs. They're 2 outs away from going to 50 games over 500 for the first time since 1946. Another number for you, when the Red Sox have the lead after 8 innings. Their record is 76-1. One nothing. He'll look at a ball. So 2-0.
When you get to the 9th inning, you almost expect the PA announcer to say, "Good night, everybody. Please drive safely. This game's over."
Nunez with the lead off the bag at first. 2-1. Red Sox will be hopping on the train after this one is over to Philadelphia. Dustin Pedroia picked a nickname for Chris Sale, the Conductor. That's timely. 2-1 foul back because he punches tickets
and drives the train.
Well, you made that part up. I mean, first part is what Dustin said, but fitting. Red Sox looking to sweep yet another opponent and put another one into the win column. 2-2. Gently hit into right field. That's going to dunk down for a base hit. Nunez rounding. He'll skid. He's trying to get back. Here's the tag. He's safe. And sliding down, he barely got back in. So they'll put runners at first and second on the base hit by Wins.
Well, that was just a broken bat over there. Wins just bounced it over there. Now Nunez sliding. Watch this pick by Holt. That was a tough throw, tough pick. And that ball, if that squirted away, could have been a little bit more dangerous. A couple guys would have moved up. Devers would have had to chase that down the line a little bit. Everything's okay.
Sends up the rookie Mullins, 1 for 3 today with an infield single, 7-game hitting streak for another rookie, and Wins. 2 aboard with 1 down. Looks like Mark Trumbo has come to the on-deck circle. He would hit for Rickert, trying to catch some lightning in a bottle. Red Sox bullpen has been up and down in this series.
Giving up a lot of hits, a lot of base runners, walking more guys than normal.
1-0. He'll miss with that. Ball 2.
Not a lot of pop in the bat of Mullins. You don't really think of him causing any trouble with a long ball, but certainly the guy standing in the on-deck circle can.
Yeah, that's the only thing he has on his mind right now, waiting to hit. The 2-0 from Kimbrel. 97 right through there. Nunez at second, Wins on at first. That's a strike. 2-2.
Kimbrel coming right at you. Tough pitch to hit on the corner there.
One out and a 2-2. And down he goes hacking. He struck him out. 2 gone.
That high fastball, it is in vogue these days. Everybody loves to swing at it. You can't hit it. Above the launch angle.
So that will send up the home run threat. Trumbo representing the tying run. Pinch hitting .267, 17 home runs. And Kimbrel trying to end the game on him. He will step off the rubber.
Those are some pretty good numbers, pinch hitting, huh? 17 homers. You wouldn't have thought Trumbo would have that many opportunities to pinch hit because he's usually in the game. This is a good time to have that conversation, to set yourself up for exactly what you want to do. Sandy might not even come down and flash signs.
Nunez at second, wins on at first. And a right-hander ready. He deals a strike. He's been consistently there at 97. Orioles have only scored in 1 inning today. Didn't score until the 8th. 0-1 to Trumbo. These two clubs will meet for one final series at the end of September. Last Red Sox homestand of the year at Fenway Park. That's before the Yankees are in for the last 3 games of the season. He went chasing, and it's 1-2. So Kimbrel 1 strike away.
Well, that's when you make up your mind that you're swinging no matter what. Gearing up for a fastball, you get that nasty slider, nowhere near a strike, but you've already committed to the 97 that you thought you were going to get.
Red Sox faithful up again like it's a home game.
I throw that pitch again.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He put him away, and the Red Sox sweep the Orioles. That's the 12th time this season the Red Sox have swept an opponent. They get to 85-35, 50 games over, heading into an off day, which will, Adam, I think, be a very sweet day off in Philadelphia.